What is going on, YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, jojoSPEAKS. Thank y'all so much for joining me. This being my Thursday night, 8 p.m. live hot topics and social commentary show. I'm so glad that you guys have decided to join me. I am your host, jojoSPEAKS from Faithful Warrior Ministries. My sister Genesita, aka Jennifer, aka the Light of Leah, will be joining me momentarily. But before we get started, y'all, I got a couple things I want you guys to do for me. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big red subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. Takes less than a second to mash that thing, so why don't you go ahead and mash it as I just dislike y'all. Also, be sure to leave a thumbs up for this video. Let me know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my channel. Be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the hot topics we're discussing on tonight. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And last but not least, be sure to share jojoSPEAKS with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody know jojoSPEAKS is out here in these YouTube streets, y'all. Also, an announcement. I released my review for RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 10, episode 10, earlier this week. I believe I released it on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So be sure to check that video out. Make sure you like and commented on it as well. Let me know your thoughts on how the Snatch game went. I thought it was pretty lackluster for the most part, but hey, you don't always get a hit when it comes to Snatch Game, and it's all up to the people who are participating. So, hey, it is what it is. But make sure you check out my review for RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 10, episode 10. Once again, that is available now on my channel, jojoSPEAKS. Of course, I'd like to give any condolences out first out on my show. So, Mama Mosey Burks, she was one of the lead singers for the Mississippi Mass Choir. If you ever heard This Morning When I Rose, I Didn't Have No Doubt, she led that song. She also led I'm Not Tired Yet. And some other great Mississippi Mass Choir hits. And unfortunately, she passed away at the age of 92 earlier this week. I don't believe her funeral has been set yet, but my condolences and all my love goes out to all of her family, friends, and loved ones, anyone who cared for her, anyone who's been affected by her ministry. Um, my dad is the one that really got me on those songs that she led. And she just had so much soul. And she was so committed. She was so committed. And she was an amazing performer. And not even a performer, but a minister. She was just ministering. It was just so sad to hear that she passed away, but I'm so glad that she was able to live on this earth for 92 years. That is a blessing for anyone to make it that long. Something else that caught my attention earlier this week that really, really drove me crazy. So Shonda Rhimes' The Residence, that was on Netflix. It was canceled after one season, despite great reviews and high viewership ranking in Netflix's top 10 streamed shows. I was looking forward to a season 2 of The Residence. Of course, it didn't have to happen in the White House because how often is someone's life taken in the White House? However, it could have been in another setting, and we could have had the same Detective Cup, investigating the taking of someone's life, or some other type of crime. But I'm sure it would have to be the taking of someone's life. But I'm just so disappointed that Netflix decided to cancel that show. Again, I don't know why it was canceled. It had great reviews. Of course, Uzo Aduba and the rest of the cast that was on that show did an amazing job. And I'm just so disappointed that they were not given a second season. I thought that was terrible, terrible. I don't like it. So yeah, there's that. Also, Queen Latifah and Danielle Brooks. Excuse me, and others have been introduced as honorary members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. And I've always thought, like, I wonder how those who have gone through the pledging process, how they look at those who are honorary. Well, I can't say honorary in quotes, but who are honorary members of their sorority or fraternity. I don't know if they really see them as true brothers and sisters. Now, I don't see there are not a lot of men that are honorarily placed as a part of fraternities, but they do it a lot in the sororities. So I don't know, especially I know Miss Robin. I know that you're Auntie Robin, rather. I know that you're an AKA. So how do you see those, like Brandy? I know that she's an honorary AKA. How do you see those celebrities who are honored with with a membership into those sororities and those fraternities, how do you see them if they didn't go through the actual pledging process? Like, because I don't believe there's an actual pledging process for those who are named honorary members of those sororities and fraternities. So I thought that was just very very interesting. But I'm also really really happy for Queen Latifah and Danielle Brooks, because I'm sure that they are approached with those offers to be a part of those organizations. I'm not sure if they've reached out. Who knows? But it is what it is. Um, Also, another thing, Sheree Whitfield, former cast member of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, she tweeted, "Is it time for me to launch She News?" Now, She News. Okay, so this going to be a whole, like, is this going to be a blog? Is this going to be a podcast? Is it going to be a news type of thing? Like, I don't get what it is that Sheree is trying to do. I don't know if it's going to have the same outcome as She by Sheree, because She by Sheree was introduced to us in season one of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and we got all the way to season 15, and that's when she actually had a fashion show for She by Sheree with actual fashions, as the wonderful Dwight said, in I think season one of Real Housewives of Atlanta, while he was talking to Nene. Fashion show with no fashions. How dreadful. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is what it is. Genesita has joined us. How goes it, my love?
I need to decompress.
Okay, understandable,
It
understandable.
was a day, but okay.
All right, and we will get through it together, girl. We will get through it together.
I need
Any
to hit.
thoughts?
I
Oh,
need
go
to hit
ahead.
these comments real quick for you because it got a lot.
Oh, we got a lot. Okay.
Bianca says, "Happy Thursday, Jonathan. Happy Thursday, everybody."
Happy Thursday, Bianca. Love you, girl.
Um, Miss Kim says, "Hey, Jonathan."
Good evening, Miss Kim. So glad that you have joined us. Grace us with your presence, my love.
Auntie Robin, "Hi, Joe Nathan."
Hey, Auntie Robin. So glad you're here, boo.
She also says good evening to Miss Kim and Miss Bianca Edwards, and the greetings keep on rolling. And Robin says, "Ask me." She says there are lots of men who are honorary as well.
Okay, okay. I
Hmm.
guess it's just not as I don't hear about it as much, I guess. I don't know.
You don't pay attention to the new alphas and okay.
Right, yeah.
Robert says, "Personally, I judge on a case by case basis."
Gotcha.
Ms. Kim says, "Honorary members are members in name only. I had a friend who was an honorary Delta." Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Robert says, "No, honoraries don't pledge. As a matter of fact, pledging, as you know, is officially banned."
Wow.
Yeah, that is. I'm not going to say that's what they say, but you know, Miss Kim says, "Sheree hasn't launched She by Sheree. If she don't sit all the way down, let me tell you something. Let's be real. How entertaining do you think her doing a show would actually be?"
Well, here's the thing. Sheree has always come across to me as someone who could probably be like a news anchor. Like, she's really professional, especially with the way that she speaks. So, like, I'm not surprised that she said that she would release She News. It's just that I don't understand what She News would be for her. Because if she's just like an anchor for a show that's, reporting the news, I think she'd be great at it. Because, she kind of has that broadcaster type of voice. At least to me, she does. I just am not expecting it to come anytime soon.
My question is, okay, my thought process is I don't think she's prepared enough unless she has a team to do something
Right.
like that. And I hope she is choosing to talk about things that are going on and giving her opinion, because I don't know what else she'd talk about other than maybe like housewife stuff. Maybe she talk about that.
Hmm, who
Hmm.
knows?
That's what I said. Anywho,
Right.
Robin says, some who are honorary members really take it to heart and participate fully as if they have gone through the process.
And and
Um,
and I respect that as well.
she also says, "Did you see Kerry Washington a few years ago at an award ceremony, decked out in in a pink and green gown and proud?" She truly is an African American.
She
Uh,
is, absolutely.
Robert says, Soledad O'Brien kills as a Delta. Awesome.
Heard that.
Bianca says, Miss Kim, I don't think She by Sheree was a real thing. It was a real idea. Uh, that never came to fruition. Ain't that sad? You have money to do it. You have the advertisement to do it, free advertisement to do it. You're literally getting paid to advertise what you're doing, and you still don't move forward to do anything with it.
I don't want to say that she necessarily had the money to do it. Because my thing is, like, I feel as though that's the reason why it took so long for it to actually come to fruition, if it actually came to fruition at all. Because to this day, I still don't know what's going on with that website.
Let me tell you,
So,
she did something though.
hmm,
I see her as somebody that doesn't want to pay for anything.
I can get that. I can get that. Yeah. Okay, I can see
And
that.
if to be honest, if she would have gone for the joggers first to where there'll be like a whole retailer selling it rather than her trying to figure out some designs or try to do some couture runway stuff, which is a bit much to be jumping into. If she would have done the joggers first, I think she would have been in a lot much better place. But then again, it's still doubt for me because she doesn't move forward with anything.
Joggers slash lifestyle. Remember, lifestyle.
There's a difference. Thank you. Um, she also says, I think it was a storyline and she tried to make it something and it flopped. I think it was a true idea that she wanted to do, though. I think she wanted to do it for reals.
I do think I think that as well. I just don't think she was ever serious about it. I think that was her issue because if she was serious about it, she would have gotten it up and running, and we would have had an actual fashion show with
Mm,
fashions in say in episode in season 2 or 3
I
or
don't
4.
agree. I don't agree. A lot
Mm.
of people can be serious about a lot of stuff, but do you have the grit to go through the whole process to get see it into fruition? Any undertaking that she was trying to do, it takes work. It takes a lot of work. And I think she didn't like the fact that it took work because just
Mm.
like you said in the past, well, they said in the past she had her own store for a while, and that went underground.
Oh, I had no idea she had a store.
Yeah, Marlo. I think Marlo forever ago bought it up before she was even a housewife for 2 minutes, and she says,
Okay.
"Yeah, that store you had back in the day that Bob bought you, you couldn't even keep that up." Yeah, God bless him. Miss Robert says, "Oh, Miss Kim, sorry that your friend sounds trifling. I'd be embarrassed if was in the region that nominated her. Who is who is she and what organization? Ooh, she need to go in, huh? Child."
Okay.
Miss Kim said there's a video on YouTube by the real designer of those Sheba Sheree fashions, Bianca. Yep.
Absolutely.
Robin says Tamara Hall was stoked to be an honorary AKA, even featured on her show, as she should.
Yeah.
Robin said, "My friend is Ray Lewis Thornton." You better say the whole name. She was an honorary Delta for years. I don't remember what happened, but her membership was rescinded.
Wow. Wow. I wonder what she had to do to get her membership rescinded,
She was
revoked.
honorary. Jeez Louise.
Wow.
Robert says, Sheree was cajoled into that fashion line by Andy. It's a thought.
Mm.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. If her membership was retracted, she must have been doing something really foul. Yeah.
I can't imagine what someone could do to get their membership rescinded. I just
Oh,
don't know.
it's possible. You could do something as bad as like because I've seen people get theirs rescinded for like doing bad stuff. All right.
Okay. Like
Bianca,
criminal things?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Especially
Okay.
if you're like front page, like, oh, she's not representing us. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Bianca says Sheree had for, too much help around her to be serious about it. I hear you. Candy, Marlo, Nene. She even had Dwight and Miss Lawrence to help her with it. Yeah. They would have, given her amazing deals too. You have a point. And Bianca said, "Yep, Miss Robin." Mhm. Okay, go ahead. Oh, wait, got
Any
one more.
thought? Oh, go ahead.
Miss Kim says, "You guys aren't familiar with Ray Lewis Thornton? I'll have to post her in Discord. She's got quite the story. I'll be looking."
Okay. Yeah.
And now
I
I'm
don't
ready
know
to
if Google
Google it.
has any information on her, but yeah, I was just about to say Google. Jennifer, any thoughts on the passing of Mama Mosey Burks from Mississippi Mass Choir and the cancellation of the residents
I'm
before we
very
move
upset
forward?
about the cancellation of the residents. That really hurt my heart.
Hmm.
I am that messed me up because I wanted to see more. I really did
Yes.
want to see more, from that show. So, that saddened me. As far as, what's her name?
Mama Mosey Burks
Mama Mosley. Yeah, I she made it to 92.
made it to
Um,
92.
and she is forever immortalized in the songs of our a lot of us, a whole lot of us, a lot of our growing ups. When she did go to glory, they were people, put her name, you know, when she was born in 1933, and when she
Mm,
passed away, and they just put every time she performed, not every time, but every major performance of the songs that she sang with the Mississippi Mass Choir, and it was really nice to see. And I'm sure the Lord, of course, welcome her unto the heavens. And
okay.
she's just been added to the number of ancestors that's just going to help us to remember our roots and have us to move forward in amazingness.
Absolutely. So on to, oh, go ahead.
Robin Moore says, rescinded for telling secrets. I've heard of that.
Hmm.
Yes. For going against code of conduct, embezzlement, membership, and other BGLO.
Thank you so much for that information, our resident HR representative in the chat. Anyways, to the biggest story that I feel like came out this week, Married to Medicine star Dr. Heavenly Kynes. Is it Kynes? Kynes. Dr. Heavenly Kynes has announced her run for Georgia State Representative. Now, when YouTuber Alexander Rogers reported this, he said the quad was her campaign manager. I don't know how true that is, if that is true at all. However, I am not surprised by this announcement. I'm not surprised in the least. I feel as though Dr. Heavenly feels as though she has the green light to do within reason anything that she wants to do, and she'll be praised for it because she's been doing the same thing season after season after season after season on Married to Medicine with the way that she treats these women. She's been called out for the way that she treats these women on every single reunion, every single year. Andy has told her, we have this conversation every single reunion. What you do on social media, what you do on YouTube, what you do during the show, it is a problem. And Heavenly sees no problem with it whatsoever. And I think because she gets so much support from the fans of the show and the fact that if Dr. Heavenly was not on Married to Medicine, there would be no Married to Medicine unless they found some other woman who has a great personality or has a great mouth who can, read the girls down for filth, talk about the girls back behind their back and all this good stuff, all the things that Dr. Heavenly does. Because I honestly don't think that Quad can carry the show on her own. She really can't do that. Even though I feel as though she probably is a fan favorite, and a lot of people do watch Married to Medicine specifically for Quad. I don't know if the show could last without Dr. Heavenly. So I also feel as though the fact that the president that we have gave Dr. Heavenly the push to say, oh well, if he can get in office, I'm sure people can vote for me. Do
Child.
I think that Dr. Heavenly is serious with the reasons, with her intent, with her intentions for running for office? I'm sure she wants to do great things for the community. I really do believe that. I truly do believe that. I do think that she does have. I want to believe, rather, that she does have the best of intentions and wanting to be a Georgia State representative. And to be honest, I would not be surprised if she ended up getting the seat that she's running for. Now, is she going to stay on the show or not? I honestly don't see Dr. Heavenly leaving Married to Medicine. I'm sure that the producers of that show are going to beg her to stay because once again, Dr. Heavenly is Married to Medicine. Again, I don't think there will be a Married to Medicine without Dr. Heavenly. Whether you like her or not, to be honest, I think that's I won't say that that's irrelevant, but I don't think that is going to yield any results from anything happening on the show as far as Dr. Heavily staying or going. So I'm surprised. I'm shocked. Again, I would not be surprised if she ended up winning the seat that she's running for. I can't remember. I think it's District 33, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember for sure. But I I'm just really surprised. I'm really surprised. But once again, I think she felt the gumption to do it because she's like, well, if I get all the support for being on Married to Medicine since season 2 and we just into season 10, then why can't I just be a representative and go with the politics? So hey, Dr. Heavily, do your thing, whatever. Because again, I do think that she has the best of intentions. And I also think that she's also encouraged by Jasmine Crockett, as outspoken as she has been as a representative of the state of Texas. I think she feels as though she can fill that void for Georgia. So yeah, those are my thoughts. Jennifer, what were your
Who?
thoughts? Jasmine Crockett from Texas. I think she feels like, if Jasmine can say what it is she wants to say, but again, Jasmine stays within reason. I've heard her say a curse word here or there, but she's not like a potty mouth. She doesn't cuss like a sailor while she's on the
She's
mic.
a lawyer.
Yes, she's a lawyer, so she knows how to conduct herself in those types of spaces. But I don't know. I'm just surprised. But at the same time, she feels like she has every right to do what she wants to do, so she gonna do it. And once again, I would not be surprised if she ended up winning the election. I really would not be surprised if she ended up winning the election. But Jennifer, what were your overall thoughts on this announcement that was released earlier this week?
No.
Mm, she won't be getting your vote.
One thing that the a part of the reason why somebody like a Trump, is able to get in and stay in and stuff like that, what bothers me is just the fact that you don't know the job.
Mm,
Now, I certainly do believe that she would do her best to make sure that she's informed by a team or whatever,
hmm
but I just feel like I'm not saying that she is a joke, but that's a joke to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's yeah. You need somebody to do we really need somebody to do that? Because I'm not saying that what Jasmine Crockett is doing is making any changes. Because I don't know what kind of changes it could be doing. Really, the most that I believe, in my opinion, is that she's just pointing out the stuff that everybody else is thinking and saying. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Which
hmm
is kind of nice, but people still steamrolling and doing what they want to do regardless, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, would I be able to trust that Dr. Heavenly Kinds is going to go through the process of reading bills and stuff? You know what I'm saying? When you're not only a doctor, but you have a family and
A
at
TV
least her kids
show.
at least her kids are out to,
Yeah.
out of the house for the most part, but I'm not here for it. When I saw it, I sucked my teeth and kept it pushing. I kept it scrolling. I didn't wanna hear what she had to say.
You didn't watch her promo video?
I promise you I did not.
Child, she had T.S. Madison out there, Funky Dineva, Dr.
And,
Jackie. I saw her talking.
that's cute and all, and it's good to have friends that support you, which is real beautiful, you know what I'm saying? It was real wonderful, but no, no, mm-mm.
Do you at least think that she's doing it with the best of intentions, or at least good intentions, if not the best of intentions?
I believe it's possible, but, as soon as I said that, I started to think upon the lines of power. people
Mm-hmm.
wanting power.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
feel like you have the fame, I need to start stepping into a place of power. How can I get power?
Mm.
So it's possible, but we don't know what the intentions are. But that's how I feel. Let me go ahead and say these things unto you. Um oh, thank you, Robin. Black Greek organization. So they get people getting wait, so people be joining like Delta and AKA at the same time?
Ooh, that doesn't surprise me though.
No, okay, now that's weird. Wouldn't you want okay, I'm gonna just leave that alone, but that's really weird.
Yeah, everyone's not us, Jennifer. Everyone doesn't think with common sense.
And to be honest, me and you, we loyal people.
Right? Yeah,
If you're gonna
absolutely.
be here, we ain't gonna try to be there too. That's weird. Okay,
Right.
I'm
Right.
sorry. All right, Miss Kim says, "No, ma'am, Heavenly. No, ma'am. She's too trifling for politics. Going to embarrass us African Americans." Bianca says, "It's true. Quad is ghetto, but she's smart as crap. However, her running is a mess. LOL. And I like Heavenly. Oh yeah. Phaedra is running for something as well. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, she was on The View and she was talking about getting into politics as well. I don't know if she's actually, I didn't know that she was running for something, Bianca. I didn't hear that announcement, but she did discuss it on The View earlier this week as well.
It said this election shall be interesting. She's nowhere near my districts, so I'm not.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not. I won't have to. Try to vote for her, or try to figure out whether or not I would. But
Okay.
uh, and for all we know, they may win. I don't care. But it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking for myself here.
I get it.
The views and
point,
opinions.
point taken. Point
Uh,
clearly taken, girl. Okay.
Miss Auntie Robin says, Funky said that the office Heavenly is running for is akin to being president of HOA. Thank you.
Not the homeowners association, honey. Girl, that was a read.
Oh, that's
And
hilarious.
fucking still out there supporting her. Okay.
Okay, that's a good friend. You hear me?
Right. Like what you doing is a fool. It's a mess, but girl, I'll be there for you,
Let's
honey.
go. Okay,
Okay.
Miss, I'll follow you up in your delusions. Okay.
Right.
Miss Kim says Phaedra can put her Uncle Sam dreams away too. I wouldn't trust Phaedra to be the lemonade stand treasurer.
No, not that. As much as I dislike Phaedra, I would vote for Phaedra before I vote for Dr. Heavenly. That's just my opinion. Like
Mm-mm.
I
Can I
would
tell
have
you why?
more faith in Phaedra overall than I would in Dr. Heavenly.
When I think about Phaedra, I think about fraud. Okay,
Well,
and I
yes.
think about all these mayors, these representatives, and everything that use their position for the fraud. I can't see Miss Kynes being too much of a fraud because she might not be able to keep her dentistry license. I believe is that what you
Well,
call it?
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, but apparently Phaedra could remain a lawyer and do all that. Moving forward to moving on. Fraud. Uh, Auntie Robert says, per Funky Donnie, but the person who is currently occupying the seat has held it for several years and runs unopposed, which makes sense. I'm not surprised
Mm,
with that. I was
yeah.
sure that it's a big old chance she's running up against somebody that, there's usually never, just like you said,
No
somebody that
competition.
runs
Right.
unopposed. Yeah. So, I guess we're about to find out who she's running against. And I hope there is a debate because I know that at least would be funny.
It would. It would be very entertaining. Extremely entertaining. Absolutely.
Okay. And I believe Heavenly would be able to put together some words. You know what I'm saying? To
Absolutely.
yeah, no. Um,
And just please don't say your mama to your opponent. Please don't tell them your mama. Please, please, please.
and you know what? It saddens me. because all the other Miami girls, they don't have to stop at your mama. I believe there's a deficiency in her reading skills from Miami. She needs to tap back into home.
I don't include her in the group, the papillon, I think is the word, of great readers from Miami, the Florida area. Like she's not in that list for me.
No, she don't count.
She's
She don't
not.
count. She
No.
tries to be, but she's not that. Um,
Yeah.
because they're so creative and so hilarious. Bianca says, "I can't
Yes.
stand these." I can say that these debates will be hilarious. Yes. Robert says, "Law agency to." When you said she's a lawyer, I thought of, I thought of both Harvey Levin and Star Jones. I am a lawyer.
I am the resident lawyer of the panel, honey. Okay.
Yes, for Jasmine Crockett. Crockett is informing the public exactly the numbers.
Hmm.
Believe any ability for legislative change. Yeah, I believe Jasmine is doing a wonderful thing. I don't believe that Dr. Heavenly will be on that level. You have to when you come the way that she coming with the facts and she comes intelligently. You can't say too much about Jasmine. Anyway, Auntie Robert says, look, it's important to engage in the political process at every level. Hey, Jason Lee is the county rep for what? For California, Jason Lee?
I think I heard that one somewhere one
I
time.
don't
I
want to
think I
believe
had
that.
heard that.
I believe that. Yeah. Robert says, "No, you are forbidden for dual membership in a yeah, in a black um thingy. Yeah, in a black letter organization, black Greek letter organization.
Gotcha.
But the Caucasians do. They okay with doing that, but in the black ones, no, you gotta stay loyal.
Yeah.
Um, oh gosh. Robert says, now Faktra is the one I'd run from. Cause is she lying?
Right.
Um, yeah. Factor versus Heavenly, not me, girl. Mm, yeah, yeah. Okay, you can go ahead. Sorry.
All right. So, the city of Philadelphia and the District Council 33 have reached a tentative agreement ending the workers' union strike. So, I only knew that the work that was being that was being affected by the strike were the trash collectors. I don't know who else was involved in that strike, but they were saying, don't put your trash out in Philadelphia. LL Cool J and Jasmine Sullivan were supposed to perform earlier this week. Both of them had to cancel. It's interesting to me, but you have to fight for your rights. And a lot of time when you fight for your rights, it's typically effective because they were able to come to an agreement. I don't know exactly how much of a raise those workers will be getting as a result of this agreement. However, I'm glad that they were able to fight for what it is that they were fighting for, because they were able to get at least something done at the least. They said that the city was starting to smell a little bit bad. Hey, I understand. I mean,
That's what you get.
that's what you get when you don't pay your people what they deserve, a good wage. And so shout out to all those workers who went on strike, because once again, like I do follow people on Instagram that live in Philly. And they were showing the pictures of the garbage being piled up. So, I'm glad that the strike was effective. And I'm glad that they were able to come at least to an agreement, because when that trash ain't getting picked up, people gonna notice. Especially if they're visiting your city, people are going
Child.
to notice. The people who live in the city, gosh darn it, people are going to notice that this trash is sitting out here on the streets, left and right and left, on every corner, on every block, honey. So,
Uh-huh.
I was at least glad that they were able to come to an agreement, and it says it was a tentative agreement, so hopefully they'll be able to reach something solid later on down the line. But
I guess that
tentative
mayor was
sounds like
tired.
permanent to me.
No,
Go
tentative
ahead.
sound like we'll revisit this. I'm pretty sure they have another meeting on a date. But something tells me
In 20
that one
years.
something tells me that woman was Something tells me that woman was tired of all that trash piling up in her yard.
Exactly. Exactly. So,
I don't know what made her think that that was gonna okay.
go ahead, because I'm pretty much done with my introduction to the story. What were your thoughts when you heard that this was going on in Philly, the
I'm
city of
just
brotherly
over here
love,
thinking,
honey?
like, what made her think that this was gonna brush over or people would ignore it or, like, no one's gonna pay attention to it or you know what I'm saying? Let
Because
me
it's
tell you,
everywhere.
those public servants, the general population, in my opinion, we value those jobs
Absolutely.
because we know I know I'm not trying to do that because if not them, then who? Who's
Who?
gonna do it?
Right.
Feed them right and tell them to get my trash. So yes, I love that they did that. Um and the whole city was on board. People they were saying to put your trash in designated areas. Basically, put your trash in your car, drive all the way to this area so they can go to this designated area. And what made it worse, because I actually watched, believe it or not, the Scorpion show today, like for the first time in forever.
Okay.
But
Okay.
what made
I'm
it
gonna need to
worse,
check out their newest video.
what made it worse was that they had there's some kind of festival or something like that coming for the 4th of July and stuff like that. And
Right.
there will be nobody to pick up the trash for that. So now you got even more trash. And of course, a festival or any kind of, gathering of a lot of people, you're going to accumulate a whole heap of trash. Somebody got to get it.
A whole lot. That's the event that LL Cool J and Jasmine Sullivan were supposed to perform at, that they canceled for. So yeah,
They had to cancel
yeah. Look at
because
what
who's gonna
happened.
pick? First of
Yeah,
all,
they had to.
who gonna who gonna perform in the equivalent of the county dump? Who?
Oh,
Okay.
child.
Auntie Robin says, you know I don't misinform, and we know. She says
Okay,
Jason Lee
never.
was recently elected.
Mm,
I
yeah,
think
I
people
knew
just
I
put
had
his
heard that
name
somewhere
down
before.
just because. Good lord. Um, hopefully that because people aren't really liking him nowadays in the gossip sector.
Hmm.
Like people are distancing themselves, so he has to get another job. So God bless him. Auntie Robin says, "I don't know. I don't know that they reached an accord in Philly. The strike was many municipal workers, employees. I mean,
Mm,
sanitation workers. We were the bulk. Okay. The court ordered other city employees to return to work.
mm,
The sanitation workers were making a measly 40K a year. Yeah, they need a raise. In
yeah.
NYC, many of ours make six figures as they should. Once again,
Wow.
these people are doing a wonderful job, and especially if they're doing it under the city, they need to be compensated,
They
honey.
need to be paid. You working for the city, you got to get paid. Them government jobs are supposed to be the big bucks, but I guess they didn't feel that way in Philly.
And it's like if you're getting paid $17 an hour and then 5 years later it goes up to just 18 or something like that, it's a problem.
It is. It
It's a
is.
problem. Robert says they don't just cancel. They honored the strikers by refusing to cross a picket line as they should.
Yeah. Yeah.
As they should. Um, Robert says, "I didn't know. I don't not don't." Oh, okay. Thanks for okay. You're welcome. Peace and blessings. All right, go ahead.
All right. So the Essence Festival that takes place in New Orleans took place earlier this week. And Lauren Hill closed the 2025 Essence Fest first night 2 hours behind schedule at 3:37 a.m. The Superdome was practically or basically empty with a few hundred fans staying. Now, I did see a TikTok that it wasn't Lauren Hill's fault that they had apparently overbooked for the first night. I don't know how true that is. I really don't know how true that is because for something happening so big at the Superdome, I would think that they would have their stuff together. But I was watching Alexander Rogers and C Diggy One their pop roast earlier this week or
Mhm.
last week. And they made a very good point. Like, Essence Festival used to be the thing. Like, everybody used to
Come
talk about
on.
going to the Essence Festival. And
Yes.
lately, it really hasn't had the hype that it used to have because I don't know why that is. I don't know why the popularity for the Essence Festival has seemed to dip quite a bit. Because I heard that not nearly as many people were there this year as it has been in the past. I don't know if Lauryn Hill was the headliner. I don't know who was the headliner this year. But I would have loved to go to Essence Festival. I saw Tamar Braxton. She paid tribute to Mary J. Blige singing "I'm Not Gonna Cry" at this year's festival. She did a great job. I enjoyed her performance. She even dressed up like Mary J. Blige was in that video. Looked like she was going to a funeral. Had the big black glasses on. Had the black head cover and all that good stuff. Tamar did her thing. I really did
She did.
enjoy her performance. She's an amazing singer. Like can't nobody touch that voice, honey. I don't know about her personality. That's a whole nother subject. But the girl can sing for sure, for sure. She's like a soprano Tony Braxton, at least in my opinion. That's the way that I
No,
can put
I
it.
agree. I agree wholeheartedly. I'm here for her singing, not shenanigans.
Singing, emphasis on the singing, not the shenanigans, as Jennifer said. But I think it's just sad that something that used to be such a big thing, like literally everybody used to talk about going to the Essence Festival back in the day, like when it first started coming out, when they first started doing this annual thing. I mean, I just think that's a sad thing that it's not the talk of the town anymore. Um, but once again, I don't know if Lauren was late because that's what she has been known for in most recent years.
Okay.
We don't expect her to ever show up on time. We expect her to be tarde to the party.
Okay, who would expect
So
anything else?
I wouldn't, okay? And to be I won't even go there. But
Okay.
anyways, but I don't know if that was just an excuse that they overbooked. I don't know if I believe that excuse that it was overbooked. I don't think that that was true because they've been doing the Essence Festival for 10 plus years. So to think that they would overbook and like for them recently overbooking, no, that's something that I would think that they'd be doing and the in the first years of them, organizing the Essence Festival. So it is what it is. Jennifer, what are your thoughts on the decline of what it seems like the decline of the Essence Festival and the fact that Lauren Hill showed up over 2-3 hours late to her own performance? What are your thoughts, Jennifer?
Please excuse me.
Hmm.
There's a chance that it might be something to the overbooking.
Yeah.
I heard that they didn't do I don't know if you know, but they usually have, like, a lot of, a couple of different stages.
Yes, yes, I do know that.
I heard this year they didn't have that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
maybe that's a chance as to
Gotcha.
why there is, such a overbooking issue.
Right.
Um over the weekend for it, through my TikTok, I saw a lot of our African American sisters complaining about the, Essence Fest and how it has certainly gone downhill. It's not the Black wonder that we used to know it to be.
Hmm.
Um, people were looking at, like, how it looked downtown, in New Orleans on Bourbon Street and everything.
Yeah.
It wasn't full, it wasn't the party that it usually is, and things of
Yeah.
that nature. So, yeah, let me go ahead and give some of the information our friends out here is talking about. Unveiled Vibration says, "Empty!" Hey, Tyrone.
Hey, Tyron.
Um, Auntie Robin says, "From what I understand, Essence became too corporatized, and that's
Mm,
exactly what they're saying, in
mm.
favor of much needed funding." Bianca says the Essence Festival was disgusting this year.
Ooh.
I doubt that they have a huge Black following anymore after this year's shenanigans. And
Wow.
I'm seeing that and feeling that unless, they find the core of what Essence Fest is supposed to be, because
Supposed to be, right.
they had TJ Maxx. They had Target. You might as well, it should have been TJ Maxx, but they had Target over there. as one of the sponsors.
No wonder did nobody want to go out there. Were they not in on the meeting of us boycotting Target? Like, do they? And I heard that Target actually did a partnership with Kai Cenat.
Mhm.
And you know
Yeah.
they did some. They're doing their best. They're doing their best to
Money
try to get
talk.
back in our good graces. Exactly.
Money talks, and
Exactly.
apparently SS Fest needed it.
Right. Clearly, they clearly did. Because if they knew
Unveil
better, they wouldn't have done that.
No, I think they knew better. I know they knew better.
They
Let's
just
be
didn't
real.
care. They need the
Yeah,
money.
well, you need the money.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll take it.
Some people will it's about the whole selling of the soul. You know what I'm saying? You doing that? Okay. So you lost it. Anyway, Unveil Vibration says, ain't nobody got money for Essence Fest. El Orange Floridian Taco might might have had something to do with that. Jesus. Um Robin says also Essence Fest has new leadership. That's another concern as well.
Gotcha. Okay. Makes sense.
Bianca says most of the vendors pulled out of the fest, and that's telling.
Mm. Wow.
Vendors pulling out. Um, and new rules. Oh, there was new rules to it too. Jeez Louise. People were like, we ain't doing that.
Wow.
Um, can't be great every year. Hopefully, after this year's reviews, it will improve next year. That remains to be seen. Ms. Kim says, I'll send y'all some Essence Fest tea. Thank you. Because yeah, I've been hearing a lot of things. And Robert said, those were what kind of rules were they? She said those rules were crazy.
Wow. I didn't hear about that.
Bianca says, Miss Kim, I will too. When I saw what I saw, I was shooketh.
What are we missing out on?
Y'all better put it up in this Discord, please.
Okay, could you please do it quickly? Well, you don't have to do
Kindly,
it quickly, but I would appreciate a quick turnaround.
if you don't mind. Well,
Please
yeah.
and thank you. Okay.
Um, Miss Kim says, "I won't improve. It won't improve, Miss Robin. There's some shenanigans going on behind the scenes. Oh Jesus." Tyrone says, "Well, I'm sure these black jobs at Essex Fest are going to get cut after this." Oh Lord. Um, Essex has a multi-year contract that predates the boycott.
Mm,
Oh,
okay, that makes sense.
that makes sense.
It does.
But
Still ain't with it, but okay.
okay,
It's more
that's just here.
understandable. Hey, Dustin.
All right. Holding up my empty cup for this one. Oh Lord. All right, go ahead.
So, it's time for me to address what seems to be the decline of Miss Nicki Minaj. I saw this tweet that she put out, and she tweets,
Fam.
quote, I'm going to use some of the money Jay-Z owes me to send some of my barbs to college, pay for school fees and student loans via my Student of the Game charity. Another tweet stating, we've calculated about 100 to 200 mil so far. Jay-Z called me to settle this Cameric debt. I don't know,
It's like karma.
KARMIC. Karmic. Oh, karmic debt. Okay. Hmm. It's only collecting more interest. You still in my top five though. Let's get it in word. Um, and anyone still calling him Hove will answer to God for the blasphemy. Um, there's clearly something going on, and I can't put my finger on it, and I really don't have the energy to attempt to put my finger on it. There are a lot of accusations going around, a lot of assumptions. A lot of people are thinking that this has to do with illicit substances, which it would not surprise me if that were the case. Um, a lot of people saying she has in the game. Her, she went on tour last year, and the tour was great. It did great numbers. I think she sold out a majority of her shows. She was on tour for a good part of the year. So she's still in good standing with her fans, but it seems as though there's an issue afoot, and it seems like no one has any interest in trying to address an issue because there's clearly an issue. There's clearly something going on. Clearly something is going on because she has not made these types of statements previously. I'm not connected to the streets as I maybe should be, so I don't know what money she's talking about. Jay-Z owing her, so y'all can let us know in the comments what it is that she's actually referring to. Or Jennifer, I don't know if you know what she's referring to, but you know, I won't say that I'm worried because I stopped caring about Nikki a long time ago. When I say a long time ago, I mean a long time ago. I don't even think that I bought Pink Friday 2, to be honest. So I was done with her by the time she came out with Anaconda Child. So it's been a minute, but I think it's very interesting for her to be allowing us to see a glimpse of her decline, allowing us to see that she's not seemingly not doing well. And the fact that she is putting out all these tweets, and I don't know if the interview will be next. I don't know if she's gonna be doing an interview and talking crazy. Like I don't know if she's smart enough not to do that because when you are dealing with illicit substances, you tend to go outside of your mind and start thinking that you're invincible or start creating or adopting some type of God complex, thinking that you are untouchable. So I'm just my point in bringing this up is that it's clear and evident that something is going on with that woman, and I do hope that she gets the help that she needs. I do hope that any issues that are afoot are addressed, because I would hate to see. mm, I
Mm.
would hate to see something really bad happen to her as a result of what's going on in her personal life. Again, I don't know what's going on in her personal life. I don't know what has brought these types of things about in her life. However, I hope those things do get addressed eventually. Now, will they get addressed? I honestly doubt it because of the person that I feel as though Nikki is. I feel as though she probably has a lot of yes men around her and her team that are bigging her up and letting her know, bigging up everything that she does. So, it is what it is. Jennifer, what are your thoughts on what is seeming to be the decline of Nicki Minaj? And I just want to say really quickly, when you sent me that video of Cardi B talking to Angela Bassett wearing what she was wearing, I was like, Nikki could never. Nikki could and would never. Like, Cardi is a fashionista. Like, I've never seen an outfit like that before. Like, seemed like there was a hood of some sort, like a cloak of some sort coming over her back, and that white dress that she was wearing up underneath it, like it looked like money, like dollar bills, y'all.
I
Like,
sent you some better pictures of it, the whole video straight from Cardi's, TikTok.
for real? Okay,
Yeah, because
wonderful.
I follow her TikTok for sure.
Okay, I cannot wait to see it because Mama was giving money. Anyways, I just had to shout out Cardi B because Cardi definitely took the place of Nicki in my book for me. But Jennifer, what are your thoughts on what's going on with Nicki right now?
So, what's going on now is what's been going on, in my opinion.
Mm,
When I believe when she started to feel as if she was losing her grip on America,
mm.
that's when she started losing her grip on reality. Because, um, because it's not the only tweet that she did. She was still talking about Megan. She's still talking about she's still talking about, them. And a lot of people, especially on my, TikTok feed, are like, "This is sad at this point." Like, we are beyond, you know what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
is just crazy. And they refer to it as, cocaine-induced rage, you know what I'm saying, that she's going through. Allegedly, we don't know what she's doing, but there's a possibility that she might be. She also mentioned she was mentioning something about Megan's Law. That's what she mentioned.
Okay.
But she's trying to say, like, because it's because of this, lawsuit with Megan, and I
Oh,
think,
gotcha.
yeah, they're gonna move forward with the lawsuit and stuff like that, so she was basically rejoicing in that. Um,
Gotcha. Okay.
but the problem is, like, Megan's Law is still going to apply to your husband, ma'am. What is that to brag about?
Mhm.
But anywho, what she's saying, Jonathan, when Jay-Z sold Tidal, she feels like she was supposed to receive royalties and stock and, stuff from that.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
But I'd be with that, but I'm hearing people saying that she never signed. That's what they're saying.
Okay.
But I don't know about that, and let's be real, Jonathan. If anybody is going to give people their due, I believe it would be those 2. Like when Beyoncé does songs that has all these writers on it, they have all these writers on it because this little thing, that little thing, that little thing, somebody's getting credit for that.
To create perfection.
Exactly. And she gives credit to everybody that contributes.
Mhm.
And for Jay-Z to be the business mind or whatever,
Mhm.
I've seen so many videos on all the things that he's done for fellow rappers,
Yeah.
from paying up to, $14 million worth of tax debt for somebody, for,
Wow.
Wayne, for paying, millions of dollars of debt for, DMX so he can get out of his, Def Jam thing, like,
Wow.
and this is not the only like when, what is his name? The dude that's actually from the rapper that's actually from, England. Anyway, helped pay for his immigration stuff.
Oh, okay. I can't remember his name right now, but I know
But
who
you
you're
know what
talking
I'm
about,
talking
though.
about.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I think
do.
it's 21 Savage.
Yes. Yes, that's him. Yes.
So, it's like he's helped so much of the community. Let's be real. When you sell something and know somebody's supposed to be getting something off the top, you just go ahead and give it to them because
Right.
we know
So
he
why
would be
wouldn't
getting the
he?
bulk anyway. So why
Right.
wouldn't he? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's saying the karmaic or whatever balance, basically, like, "You did me wrong." To be honest, people been saying this for even before she started talking about this money that she feels she's owed.
Mhm.
She's been going after Roc Nation for a long time. A lot of people believe that she's upset that she missed her run to be on Roc Nation, and she's
Well,
upset about that.
I mean, when you
And
sign with Young Money, that option goes out the window.
she could have signed with Roc Nation while she was under Young Money.
Wow. Okay.
But I either she said no or she was turned down, one or the other.
Hmm.
But, to be honest, I think it was her actions that messed her up, her actions. That's what I
Hmm.
believe, but, I need more story behind it. Anybody that wants to tell me more, I'll be happy to learn. But, like, look, um, she's jealous, and that's another reason why she's going after Megan as well. Because I don't know if you remember this, but she was on one of Megan's songs as well.
Okay.
Nicki Minaj was on a remix of one of her big songs.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, something tells me she didn't like that Megan was singing with other rappers as well.
Probably. Probably.
And
And I'm sure
also
she wasn't yippee ki when she did those two songs with Cardi B. One of them going to number one, WAP. But hey, it is what it is.
and then on top of that, Jonathan, we see Megan get out of her deal at whatever horrible place she was at
Right.
and sign with Roc Nation, where
Yeah.
that child wanted to be.
Yeah.
Now she's forever on her list. On her list.
Okay.
So, yes, people are getting to the place. There are plenty of 13-year-old delusional people that, are backing her up in her delusions.
Right.
And
Emphasis on 13 to 15. Yes, absolutely.
there's plenty. But the thing is, Jonathan, you also mentioned about her possibly doing an interview. Who wants to interview instability like that?
I know, I know somebody would want to do it. I'm sure somebody would want to do it.
It wouldn't be big enough for her though.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly.
But yeah, it's foolishness. Miss Kim said, "I got you," and sending some information
Thank
to
you.
you. JoJo speaks talking. Nikki says it with your pointer finger and chest. Oh gosh. Dustin got his
Absolutely.
new wheelchair today.
Yay! I'm so happy for you, Dustin. Can't wait to see it.
Unveiled Vibration says allegedly she was owed stock royalties. I want to blame it on the diddler.
Feel free.
And Unveiled Vibration says Khalees has credit. No, had credit. Yes, you're right. Had credit until she wanted to speak crazy.
Emphasis on had. I was so disappointed when she did that. Like, what makes you think Beyonce's not going to give you what you deserve? Like, what makes you
I think
think?
I think she expected a phone call directly from Beyonce saying, "Hey, can I use this?" Like, no, that's not even how she moves.
Yeah, yeah,
Everybody knows that. A
yeah.
lot
Because
of people found out that they were on her record when her record came out.
exactly, like OG, whatever his name is, I'll be
OT
getting to the
Genesis.
money. Everybody bad. Like he didn't find that out until somebody told him that she was performing it at Coachella or at her concert. So I think the same thing with Boots on the Ground. I saw he went to her concert. He had to.
Mhm.
They did not contact them, which I
They
understand why.
contact the people.
Yeah, I understand why someone would expect to be contacted personally if a big star like that would do that. But hey, 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 as long as you're getting your credit, at the end of the day, that should be all that matters.
You're getting your credit and your dollar bills, you all.
Yo, doc, yo, check, honey. As
It's
long as that check
difficult to
is
be upset.
clearing,
It's
honey.
real difficult. And just think, Jonathan, if of course she's gonna make a DVD of it, right?
Right.
You know she's gonna have the boots on the ground on that DVD,
Of course.
which is gonna be even more money coming to that man. Let me tell you something. She knows she
That man is from South Carolina.
come
South
on, stand the F
Kakalaki.
up.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Miss Kim says at the core, Nikki is not a nice person, and that's what messed her up. That's why she doesn't have a Grammy. That's why she's been nominated but not won.
Right.
Um, that's why she can't hold on to a wig creator or whatever, a good hairstylist. That's why she can't hold on to a good stylist, which is why she's not the fashionista that I really wish that she was.
Mm-hmm.
She could have been. I would have loved to see that brown woman have the fashions that Cardi B would have, but she can't stay in relationship with anybody long enough for her to continue to get those kind of, you know, deals and stuff like that. And they should be going off for 40 days and 40 nights. So they can't that's what
And
bothers me about her. She could be more.
right. And I still does has she had a number one yet? Because I don't think she has. I don't think she has. At least not by her. I know she don't have one by herself. But maybe on a feature. I don't know. I don't know. But it's
Yeah.
that's still crazy to me. Because Cardi has like what, 6 or 7? I think it's 6.
Being
And
a good
she's and a Grammy for Best Rap Album.
being a
And
good person will take you a long way.
so far, like so far.
Because Bruno Mars ain't calling you up to get a number one up in there so we can perform on the stage at the Grammys.
He got 2 songs with Cardi. 2 songs. Both of them charted in the top 10. Both of them.
She was on the stage, and Cardi was performing at the Grammys for her own song and other people's. And for Nicki Minaj, that was her first and last time she was on that
First
stage.
and last performance, honey.
You have to you
Grand
have to
opening, grand closing.
if people say, "Hey, don't do this. This is not what we can't do this because so and so don't want the glory. We can't have this carrying on going on stage." But you go ahead and do what you want to do anyway. Okay. Um, but Miss Kim said that is not how you win. She throws rocks and hides her hand. Her
Hmm.
spirit is full of jealousy. Yeah,
Yes.
jealous that she can't be married to a man that don't have to check in.
Oh, okay. Who's not on a list?
with Drake. No, let me stop. Drake ain't on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, child. Are those all the comments, Jennifer?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the time we got, y'all. This felt like it went by so fast. We only covered 3 stories tonight. Anyways, go, Jennifer. Go ahead and give us your social media contacts for the
Well, I'll
people.
do that. I'm not gonna apologize, but I'm opinionated with these topics, honey. Don't get to talking
I,
about Nicki Minaj and think
oh,
I'm about to
okay.
shut up.
And Dr. Heavenly, honey. 'Cause, like, I forgot how much you did not care for that woman until you opened your mouth tonight.
No, ma'am. Yeah, I don't have anything for her. She wouldn't be a
I
person I would
have,
like.
like Quad said at that reunion, I have nothing for you.
The doors are closed. Look, I could be around her for sure. I can
Right.
be around anybody, but for her to be in my inner sanctum or be a part of anything that I'm doing, no, ma'am.
Mhm.
No. No, then I'd have to hear your stories or listen to you talk. I don't like the sound of that.
Right.
Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. And the way you, be with your husband and stuff like that, I talked to her husband before I talked to her, let's be real.
Oh, absolutely. Dr. Simone said we tolerate Heavenly because of Dr. Damon, honey. Okay, if Dr. Damon was not her husband, she would not be sitting on this couch.
I wish I might. I wish I might. Oh, anyway. I am the Light of the Leo. Go ahead and follow me on TikTok and Instagram and also on YouTube at the Light of the Leo. Of course, I'm going to be available and live Mondays. I was about to say Monday morning, like Monday morning what, Jennifer? Monday nights at 9 p.m. to decompress together for Mondays. Mondays aren't always the best, but we can decompress together. So come see me at 9 on the Light of the Leo live. Join us on every Saturday morning at 10ish a.m. for Faithful Warrior Ministries. We pray, we enjoy our time together, and we encourage each other. So won't you join us? I think you'll like it a lot. All right.
Awesome. Thank you so
Today's
much for that,
Thursday. Thank you,
Genesita.
Jesus. Go
Yes,
ahead.
it is. Tomorrow is Friday. This week went by so quickly for me. It really did. Because it feels like just yesterday was the 4th and I was hearing them fireworks. But anyways, y'all can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is jojo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $Jonathan Lee07. That's $JONATHANLEE07. Thank y'all so much for joining us for this live. It was amazing. Thank y'all so much for being in the comments. We appreciate you. There would be no JoJo Speaks YouTube channel without you guys, the viewers. So thank y'all so much. I love you guys for watching. Join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. Until then, y'all have a wonderful weekend. Stay cool out there. Love y'all for watching. Good night, y'all.
Nighty night. Y'all like that, don't you?
Yeah.